Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Well, we're on day 3 of all these other fans crying about the UGA spring game. Well, let me break it down for you. Uncle Lou thinks it's hilarious. Hilarious. You people cannot. UGA is in the heads of these other teams' fans like a sickness and a disease. I've never seen anything like it. You people are obsessed with Georgia, the Georgia football team, Kirby Smart, our spring game. It's hilarious to me. 93,000 people plus. There was more than 93,000 people there. Let's just be real about it. Now, that's the official number that they can give for fire marshal reasons or whatever. There was 100,000 people in that stadium. Or my name ain't Uncle Lou. Yeah, it was packed to the gills there. And, these fans from these other teams, and I'm going to go through some of these teams here in a minute and set some of you people straight. But this idea that people were there to see a Ludacris concert, how dumb are you? I really need to know. I really need to know. You think 100,000 people drove an hour, 4 hours, 8 hours, some people flew in for a 10-minute Ludacris concert? You people are out of your mind. First of all, this wasn't even announced until 2 days before the game. People have been planning to go to this G-Day game ever since Mark Richt packed up his revival tent and hit I-95 South. This had nothing to do with Ludacris played for 10 minutes, 30 minutes before. He played half of 3 songs and dipped out. Wasn't nobody there to see Ludacris. Now, I enjoyed it. I like Ludacris. I thought it was fun and something different. That wasn't why I went. That wasn't why anybody went. No one was there for that reason. How dumb are you? Now the other thing, UJ crowned themselves spring practice national champ. I guess it's that 93,000 people have been national champion now. Spring game ain't got nothing to do with what happened in the regular season. We know that. Of course the spring game attendance numbers don't have anything to do with how your team does in the regular season. Again, I ask, how dumb are you? Wake up. Wake up! Spring games are for the fans, people. Fans. So if there's anything you can tell by a spring game attendance number, it's the level of enthusiasm or excitement in a particular fan base. That's it. That's it. Now, the fact that you guys are crying for 3 days because UGA broke an SEC record for spring game attendance is hilarious to me. Hilarious. Let's go through some of these other teams. Let's start with the team that should have had the highest attendance this year. This team should have had people lined up from Knoxville to the Nuga waiting to get in, because all I've been hearing since Tennessee won the Outback National Championship in January is that it's over for everybody else. Wrap it up. Tennessee's going to win the East next year. This is going to be the best team we've had in a decade, the best team we've had since the Philip Fulmer days, the best team we had since 1998, which was the last time you won the SEC almost 20 years ago. And y'all can't come out to the spring game? But then it hit me. It wasn't a game. Look, Tennessee, you guys did not play a spring game. You didn't. You can make all the excuses. You can list all the reasons you want. It was not a game. It wasn't even described as a game by the University of Tennessee. They described it as a series of mini competitions. UGA had a series of mini competitions too. For their spring game. But they happened outside the stadium before the game. It's called cornhole. You guys did it with your football team inside the stadium, giving out points for sacks, points for positive plays, points for negative plays, points for lining up correctly, points for knowing all the words to Jimmy Crack. The score of the game was like 90-80. Of course the spring game doesn't have anything to do with the regular season. You're not scoring 90. You gave out points like they were tic-tacs in a skills challenge. A series of mini competitions. Y'all should have sold that place out. The hype and all this crap that I'm hearing for Tennessee, and y'all can't get 100,000 people at the spring game? You ought to be embarrassed and ashamed of yourselves. But you want to rag on UGA because we did have 100K. You're out of your damn mind. Out of your mind. And then the Tennessee fans, well, they had other things going on in Tennessee that weekend too. But, duh! There's always other things going on. Athens is an hour and a half from Atlanta. There's constantly things going on, no matter where you're at. That's the worst excuse ever. Other things going on. It's a choice made by fans. Do I want to go to this skills competition, this mini challenge, whatever it is Butch Jones is drawing up in the dirt at Tennessee's Spring Skills Challenge? Or do I want to go to the Dolly Parton Museum or whatever the hell else there is to do in Tennessee? I don't know. And I don't care either. Now, on to Alabama. I'm actually going to give Alabama a little bit of a break for one simple reason. You people are spoiled. Spoiled. That's not a knock on you or your team. That's reality. I mean, for God's sakes, you guys have won more national titles during the Obama administration than most teams have won in their team's history. So, what interest do you have of going to a spring game? Really hard to knock Alabama there. What's the point? Alabama fans might as well just wait till January and just go to the playoff games. Florida, you guys should have had a bigger crowd. You've been down for several years. You win the East last year. You should be excited and hyped up about your team this year. You can't get anybody to your game either. South Carolina, what's the point of even, what else can you say about South Carolina? A friggin' disaster, a dumpster fire, a train, whatever analogy you want to use. They're just god-awful. Missouri, terrible. Kentucky, terrible. Vandy, terrible. But while on the subject of Vandy, that reminds me of something else. All you people who are ragging on UGA about our spring attendance numbers and saying it doesn't have anything to do with how good you're going to be during the season, that's not what you tell Vandy fan. Well, why were there only 15,000 people, 10,000 people, whatever it was at Vanderbilt? Why? Because they're terrible! That's why! That's why! So there is some correlation between attendance numbers and how good your team is or might be. Y'all done got me some out now. My nose is about to start running now. You people. Get UGA out of your mind, okay? Find something else to obsess on. You people are pathetic. Sad, too. Have a great day and a good morning if you can.